Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're learning how to add with regrouping, and we'll use the beautiful historic traditional houses of the Cayman Islands to help us. Are you ready? Let's get started. Imagine that we are on a tour around the island of Grand Cayman. We are looking out for three special houses. The first house is the Once house. This house is more than a century old and was formerly owned by Julius Rankin, a settler from Easton. Currently, it can be found at the Queen Elizabeth Botanic Park. Up next, we have the Tens house. This is Miss Lassie's house. It dates back to the 18th century. Miss Lassie was a renowned Caymanian artist who began her collection in her early 60s. The last house is the Hundreds house. It is known as the Clayton Nixon house. This home was originally located on Gorin Avenue in Georgetown, but has been moved to the Mission House in the Town district for preservation. So let's begin. We have our chart. We have the Once house, the Tens house, and the Hundreds house. Each house has a special rule. They cannot have more than 9 guests at a time. Each guest represents a value. In the Once house, each guest represents 1. 1 for each guest, 9 guests. In the Tens house, each guest represents 10. 10 for each guest, and we have 9 guests. And for the Hundreds house, we have each guest representing 100. And the Hundreds house also has only 9 guests. Remember, never forget this. 9 guests for the Once house, 9 guests for the Tens house, and 9 guests for the Hundreds house. Now, let's put our knowledge to practice. The first problem we need to solve is 47 plus 136. First, we need to identify the place value for each number, always starting in the ones place. So for 47, 7 in the ones place and 4 in the tens place. But for 136, we have 6 in the ones place, 3 in the tens place, and 1 in the hundreds place. And we have to set it out, never forgetting our operation sign. We are using the plus sign because we are adding. Remember, we have the ones house, the tens house, and the hundreds house. We start by adding the ones place, the numbers under the ones house, and we have 7 plus 6. If you don't know this offhand, that's fine. You can use your fingers or counters or even call yourself the largest amount and then count forward. Let's welcome the guests into the house and count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we need to add 6 more guests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wow! We need to count them and see how many we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 guests. Since we can only have 9 guests in the one's house, we need to regroup. Regroup. I know you can regroup. So, we want to do this the right way. So I will show you some examples of what you should never ever do. Like, never write both numbers under the one's house. Never. Or write the number that is in the one's place in the tens house. Never. Or write the number that is in the tens place in the one's house. Never. That is a big no, no, no. If we don't remember what goes where, then one needs to set it out in tens and ones. So we can see that the 3 is in the one's house and the 1 is in the tens house. We don't have anything in the hundreds house. We are now sure of where each number goes. We place the 3 in the one's house and the extra 10 moves to the tens house as one guest. Now we need to add the guests in the tens house. Let's welcome the guests into the tens house and count them. We have 1 plus 4 plus 3. First we add 1 guest. Then we need to add 4 more guests. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last we need to add 3 more guests. 1, 2, 3. It's time for us to count them all together to see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 guests in the tens house. We have 8 guests in the tens house. We now then write the number 8 right under the tens house. Now that that is settled, we need to move on to our last step, which is adding the guests in the hundreds house. In the hundreds house, we only have 1 guest. Nobody else is coming to this house. So this is how we write it in our problem. And this is how we write it. We just write the number 1 because there's no other number to add. Now let's write this as a number sentence. Our number sentence is 47 plus 136 equals 183. Great job! You have been learning so well. Now it's time for you to try some on your own. Remember, never give up, and if you're having any difficulties, feel free to watch the video again. Well done, well done! You did it! You made it all the way to the end. I am so proud of you. I am so proud. Now, phew! That was a lot. Now it's time for us to do a little challenge. It's trivia time. Here it comes, ready or not. 1. In which of Cayman's attractions can the One's House be found? A. Barker's National Reserve, B. Rum Point, or C. Queen Elizabeth Botanic Park? The answer is Queen Elizabeth Botanic Park. Number 2, who was the Caymanian artist that owned the Tens House? A. Miss Lassie, B. Bendel Hydes, or C. Peter Morgan? The answer is A. Miss Lassie. 3. In which of the Cayman Islands districts is the Hundreds House? A. West Bay, B. Bodden Town, or C. South Sound? The answer is B. Bodden Town. Let me know how many you got correct in the comment section below, and remember, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.